It is because of the great support of our elected officials, working alongside advocates like those of us here at the Pride Agenda, that the LGBT community is able to make progress in our quest for equality and justice. And now, it is truly a great honor to introduce a personal hero of mine, a woman who is a dedicated public servant and longtime supporter of this organization. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Speaker of the New York City Council, Christine Quinn.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you. And I may have the best job of anybody tonight, because I get to introduce our great governor, Andrew Cuomo, who is the recipient of the Douglas W. Jones Leadership Award. You know, there aren't a lot of things in life that you can actually say, if it wasn't for one particular person, they wouldn't have happened. Very few things are kind of that black and white. And look, a lot went into marriage. And everybody in this room deserves a huge amount of credit. Because the truth is, after we lost the first time, we could have become bitter and angry and walked away. And we didn't do that. We dug in, we raised money, we kicked people out of office, we got people into office, we organized better, and we did our jobs. But getting one particular person elected made all the difference in the world. And you know, often we've all heard it as activists in the LGBT community. Big elected officials, governors, mayors, presidents, senators say, just wait a little while. Can't do that in my first year. I'll get to it. It'll be all right, don't worry. Rarely do you see somebody like Governor Cuomo, who comes into office and says, don't wait, we're gonna do it in the first year. Come to my office, this is how we're gonna do it. I don't know if we have ever, in the history of our movement, seen an elected official, an ally of our community, put their first year in office on the line for our community the way Governor Cuomo did. He defined victory for his first year as bringing ethics reform, passing an on-time, balanced budget, and passing marriage equality. That's how he saw victory. Think about that. The governor of the great state of New York saw three things as the most important thing he could do in his first year. And marriage equality was one of them. And that isn't just a game changer in what it brought all of us. I believe it's a game changer for how every elected official has to view the issues of our community. They're no longer back burner. They're no longer to be done in the final year, in the last term you're in office. They're to be done immediately to define whether or not you are really committed to all Americans being equal, and in this case, all New Yorkers being equal. And Governor Cuomo did all of this with clarity, with force, with hard work, and with great grace and dignity. He listened. He invited opponents into his office. He heard where they were coming from. He kept all of us who were the proponents working together, moving forward. He found ways to get all of us to put our big egos aside and keep our eyes on the prize. He was the person who really managed this effort and got us to victory. And I have never in my life had an experience like marching down Fifth Avenue with Governor Cuomo on Pride Sunday this year. There were people with literally tears streaming down their face, thanking Governor Cuomo, Think about the cynicism that is out there towards government now in our country, and think of what he has done beyond just marriage equality, restoring people's faith that government can be about and for them. Governor Cuomo, you have forever changed the lives of people you will never meet. You have sent a message to children who are struggling with figuring out their sexual orientation. You have sent them a message that they matter, that they're important, that their lives are worth something. Children who are in homes where they dare not say to their parents that they think they might be gay. Children who are getting bullied in schools. You have literally given them a life preserver. And all of us in this room are indebted to you for doing that. It was an act of bravery and humanity and an act of ultimate unselfish love for the people of New York State and the children of this country. And we are all, honestly, Governor, forever grateful to you. You know, I told people throughout the whole process that I always thought we would get the bill passed. But I wasn't really always sure. But every time I spoke to the governor, I was sure, because he was sure, and he was going to make it happen, and that's what he did. And in addition to being so honored to get to present this award and introduce the governor tonight, I'm doubly glad that he is the first elected official to ever win the Doug Jones Leadership Award. I think that says a lot, given who Doug Jones was in our movement, given how instrumental he was in helping the Pride agenda and so many LGBT groups who, at a time when no one else was or no one else would. And just before we call our great governor, who better get one hell of a standing ovation, you hear me, people? Don't embarrass me. Before the governor comes up to the stage, I want to ask Doug's longtime partner and co-chair of the Pride Agenda's Board of Directors, Louis Bradbury, to come up on stage to present the award to the governor with me.